good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever it is that you'll be watching this from. I am back again this time of August, Women Month in South Africa. See, some 66 years ago this month, women in this country took to the streets as a result of oppressive laws that sought to oppress them, really, to suppress them, to control their movement. And they were not going to sit back, they were not going to pretend it wasn't happening, they were not going to just let it be. So they took to the streets in unity as women, and they went and protested against those laws, which is the reason why in South Africa in the month of August we celebrate women. It's a Women's Month. So I thought to hop on here and make a series, if you like. We will be featuring women from different walks of life that will come and encourage us, that will come and share their struggles in the present day. Obviously, in 2023, women are still faced with struggles. True that it is not the same struggles that faced women some 66 years ago, but truth of the matter is women are still faced with battles that they fight, some of which they fight in their different corners, in silence, without anyone knowing and without even the support that they need. So what we're going to be doing in this month of August in honor of all women around the world, we're going to be inviting some very strong women that are going to be encouraging us, sharing with us the battles that they have fought and their successes that they have been able to attain out of the battles that they're faced with, just to encourage you and just to really be walking alongside you, holding your hand, being there present with you, and just sharing us. So today I don't have anybody joining me. I will be doing this video alone. I'm just glad that you're here to join me. I'm happy that you are watching this video, and I just want to speak about what it means to be a strong woman. So imagine any appliance that you've bought in your house. Let's say a fridge, for instance. That fridge, you go to the shops and you shop around. That's what we do a lot of as women. We don't just go into a shop and get whatever it is that we're looking for. We shop around, we look at, compare prices, compare quality. We don't have a problem with that. We just love to make sure that we get exactly what we're looking for. So just imagine that you've done your research and you've gotten yourself this beautiful fridge. That's exactly what you want, and you get it at home. You connect it to power and you start using it. Given that what you're expecting from that fridge is for it to cool your food, you're expecting that fridge to work for a long time, like years. I mean, a good fridge is a good fridge because it's been there in your house for long. Isn't that true? Now imagine this fridge starts doing what? Getting hot. Then it's no longer a fridge. It doesn't serve its purpose. It's something else, because you bought it precisely to cool your food or even to freeze some of your food items. Now I want you to imagine a woman. God created us and for a purpose. And what makes us strong women is when we serve precisely the purpose for which we were created to be. You will recall that I did another video on International Women's Day where I was just encouraging you about your worth and about what it means to be a woman. And if you haven't checked out that video, please make sure that you go back and watch that video. Yeah, but one of the things that I think makes us weak at times is when we forget what our purpose is as women, or sometimes we're not even aware what it is that we have been created to do. One of the things that I mentioned in that video was after God created everything, after God said himself that it was good with everything that he had created, in the end he wasn't happy, because he said himself that it wasn't good that man was alone, and therefore God decided to create a woman, a suitable helper for the man. And so maybe let's make that a starting point to see what our worth is, why we were created in the first place, and why we are here, and what we're supposed to do, so that we do what we were created to do. And I want to mention again that for us to remain relevant, we're going to go back to the manual over and over again. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the Bible, the manufacturer's manual. Unfortunately, most of us don't even know this truth, that God, who made everything, who made us, made a manual that goes with how we are supposed to function. And if we grasp that, then it becomes not a very big struggle, really, to function, to be relevant, to be what we were made to be. So as women, what we're going to be doing is a lot of times is we're going to be going back to the manual and seeing what it is that we were made to do, to remain relevant, to remain functional, to remain strong. So what we are going to be reading today is from the very beginning, from the book of Genesis. So I have my Bible open in front of me. I'm going to be reading from the book of Genesis, chapter 3. We will start reading from verse 2. And the woman said to the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden. Now this is just to give you a bit of a background. Or maybe let me just read from verse 1 to give you context. Now the serpent was more cunning than any beast of the field which the Lord God made. And he said to the woman, has God indeed said, you shall not eat of every fruit of the garden? This is Satan. And the woman said to the serpent, that's verse 2, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God has said, you shall not eat, nor shall you touch it, lest you die. And the serpent said to the woman, you will not surely die. Cunning, remember? That's what we told in verse 1, that cunning more than all the beasts of the fields. Now, for God knows that in the day you eat of it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil. Now let's see whether this woman was a wise woman or an unwise woman. So when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, so she actually took a look. She considered what Satan is saying to her and took a look. She saw that the tree was good for food, that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree desirable to make one wise. Very important. And she took of it and ate. She also gave to her husband with her, and he ate. Where was the husband? With her. Now, can I tell you, the strongest women you will ever meet anywhere in the world are women that know their place. You will know, and if you don't, I highly recommend that you go and read the whole of chapter 2. Maybe even start from chapter 1 of Genesis. and see why I'm going to be saying some of the things that I'm saying to you now, which is that God had given the men a commandment regarding what they should eat and what they shouldn't eat. And now the serpent, knowing this exactly to be true, went ahead and spoke to the woman and tricked her into eating the fruit, disobeying God's command to the husband, to Adam. And she did exactly that. She disobeyed. She went ahead and took the fruit and ate. And what I want us to note today, and specifically to talk about, is the husband was there. The husband was there all the time. When Satan was speaking to the woman, to Eve, Adam was present. And I don't want us to talk about what Adam did here. I want us to talk about us, about what she did. She didn't look back at the husband and say, what do you have to say? What do you know to be true? What did God say? Because she wasn't present when God told Adam what should be. And she took it from Adam. And if she wasn't sure, she should have gone back to him and said, what are we to do? But she didn't. What does the Bible tell us she did? She went ahead and took the fruit and ate and gave to the husband who was with her. And do you want to know, will you agree with me that we're in the state that we're in now around the world because of the decision, a bad decision that Eve took in the garden? And can I tell you that that holds true to this day? That holds true to this day, that when we, regardless of our age, if we disregard the people that are in authority over us as women, we have a mess. We have the mess that we see going on in our world today. We have a mess in families. We have a mess in every area of our lives. And don't worry, don't panic, don't be angry, don't be upset. Bear with me, because hopefully, God willing, we're going to be talking about these things in depth and seeing how I'm saying this, some of the things that I'm saying to you now. And now I want you to bear with me here. I want you not to get upset and to think I'm insinuating that women are not capable, that women can think for themselves, that women cannot make decisions for themselves, because that's not what I'm saying. Now, it's my belief that God has placed all authority across all spheres of life for a purpose. I would go into depth into that if time allowed, but hopefully we're going to make a video to that effect later on. But I believe that all of authority God placed for a purpose, because that's what the Bible says. So in this instance, Eve had Adam as his authority, and what did she do? She went ahead and disregarded what she was told, because obviously whatever that Eve knew about the tree and what to eat and what not to eat, she knew from Adam. She would have been told by her husband what God told him. And what did she do? She didn't go back to the husband and ask what the position was, what she was supposed to do, but she went ahead. And can I tell you that it is still the problem to this day when women are insubmissive? Yes, I said it. I don't mean to offend you, but it is the truth that needs to be told. When women rebel against authority, whatever age you are, like I said, then there's a problem, because that's how it's supposed to be. That's God's scheme of things, and that's how things should run smoothly. And without that authority, with us taking over that authority, that's why we have some of the problems that we have. Look around you in your home. Look at the authority that God has placed over you, whatever your circumstances are, and think long and hard whether you really are submitted to that authority. And if you're not sure, pray about it. Ask God to show you. areas in your life that you're not submitted to authority. Because can I tell you, God honors that. It is His word, and God honors His word. When we submit to authority, be strong women. And so, with these words, I'd love to leave you and wish you a happy Women's Month. Hopefully, we're going to be coming back soon. And if you are like this video, I would request you to kindly subscribe, leave a comment, like, and share. And have yourself a blessed day. Bye bye.